Okay. Yes, see, so we had done the relative velocity of an object with respect to another object. So we write it like this. Suppose I write VAB. So VAB, it means relative velocity. It means relative velocity of B with respect to A. So that means you have assumed the object A to be stationary. We have assumed here that the object A is stationary, and hence we find the relative velocity of B with respect to A. And this is equal to, we find VAB as VB minus VA as the relative velocity. So this is the speed with which the object will cover the distance between the two. So yeah, yesterday we had seen when a question in the last class we had seen a question where an object was moving, or a police van chasing a thief. Okay. We had seen a question of police van chasing the thief. Today we'll see a question when the two objects are moving in opposite directions. So let us see here, two objects moving in opposite directions. Then what will be the relative velocity? Suppose on a straight road, you have two objects. Let's say you have the object A, which is moving towards the right, and you have another object B that is moving towards left. So you have the object A, object B, and let VA be the velocity of A with which it is moving in the right direction. And let us say we have the velocity VB, and B be moving with the velocity VB in the left direction. Since the two velocities, they are not in the same direction, they are in opposite directions. So we will be taking one of the velocities to be positive, and the other velocity we can take to be negative. So here we will write this VA to be plus VA, and by conventions, we will be taking this velocity as minus VB. Now, suppose I want to find out relative velocity of, now I find relative velocity of B with respect to A. So I'll be writing this as VAB, means relative velocity of B with respect to A, and it should be equal to VB minus V. But we have VB also as negative velocity. So this should be equal to minus of VB and VA. So you will have minus of VB plus VA. So it will seem to A, it will appear to A that B is coming towards A with a greater speed, with the speed greater than the speed that B possesses. It's just like the two objects when they are coming in front of each other. So one of the object will see the other object to be moving fast. Okay. So their speeds will get added, and you have a negative sign. So this negative sign indicates that B is moving towards left with respect to A. With respect to A, B is moving towards left. Now, if I find out the relative velocity of A with respect to B, Okay. So if I find here relative velocity VBA, which means relative velocity of A with respect to VB. So we'll be writing it as VA minus VB. Okay. So let VA minus of minus VB. Since VB is negative, so this will be equal to VA plus VB. Got it? So this will be the questions. Uh, okay. VA minus VB. Yes. So you will have VA plus VB. Now let us see some of the questions here. Let's see. Okay. You have two cars moving in opposite directions. So you have two cars moving in opposite directions, have velocities have velocities 40 kilometer per hour and 60 kilometer per hour. They have the velocity 40 kilometer per hour and 60 kilometer per hour. Find the time taken by A to reach B if they are initially separated. If they are initially separated by 1 kilometer. Okay. So you need to find here the time that will be taken by them to cover the distance. So you have to find the time taken by A to reach B. So Shashi, can you tell the answer? We will find the relative velocity of A with respect to B. Then we know the distance. Okay, so solve it. I want all of you try to solve if you are able to do this question. I will be getting some more questions for you. Okay, so I think I've got some of the answers here. Okay, see. It's very simple. You just need to find the relative velocity. See, it's asking how much time will be taken by A to reach B. So the two cars, they are moving in opposite directions. So just we discussed that if they are moving in opposite directions, so the relative velocity of them, this is, let this be A and let this be B. So if they are moving in opposite directions, so the relative velocity of B with respect to A or with respect to B will be sum of the velocities. So you'll get the relative velocity as 60 plus 40, which will be 100 kilometer per hour. So that means the distance between these two, if A is traveling towards B, so it will appear to be that A is traveling with a speed of 100 kilometer per hour. Or it will appear to A that B is traveling with the speed of 100 kilometer per hour. Okay. So you have to travel a distance of, the distance that is given here is just 1 kilometer. So you have distance as 1 kilometer, speed or the relative velocity which has been given between them is 100 kilometers per hour. So now we can find the time. Time will be equal to distance by speed, distance by velocity. So which is 1 by 100. Yeah. So you get 0.01 hour. 0.01 hour multiplied by 60. So you will get in minute. So you get 0.6 minute. If you multiply it by 60, you will get in seconds. So 0.6 multiplied 60 will give you 3.6 seconds. So it will take 3.6 seconds for them to reach each other or to cross each other. Okay. I have a similar question, but that one is a little bit more complicated. Let us start with that. Let's try to do. I have some. Just 1 minute. Let me take out my questions then. Okay, let's see if there are some additional questions here. Okay, so this is question number. You have question number 3.7 and 3.8, 3.6. Let's try to do. Okay, I think we shall start with question number 3.7, or you can start with 3.8. I'm attaching this PDF so that you can get the question as a part of homework. And currently, we will be doing question 3.8. Okay, as there is no acceleration involved in 3.8, so we'll be moving to 3.8. So I'll just request all of you to draw the diagram for this question. For question 3.8, you need to draw the diagram first. Just see what is given in this question. Then we will move on how to solve it out. Okay, here you have the question. On a two-lane road, car A is traveling with a speed of 36 km per hour. Two cars B and C approach car A in opposite directions with a speed of 54 km per hour each. At a certain instant, when the distance AB is equal to AC, both being 1 kilometer, B decides to overtake A before C touch. So what minimum acceleration of car B is required to avoid an accident? So I just want you to plot a diagram or make a diagram of the given situation. So once you are done with the given situation, okay. So anyone able to solve it out? Oh, sorry, I didn't share this question. I'm not sharing the screen, sorry. And okay, thank you, Shresi. I just observed that I'm not sharing the screen. Dhanunjay and Jaswant, you didn't inform?
Sir, we thought that you sent me the stream and I was finding for it.
Okay, okay, see. So here is the question. You have to see this question. 3.8. On a two-lane road, car A is traveling with a speed of 36 km per hour. Two cars B and C approach car A in opposite directions. Okay, see. Yes. So let's see. Leave for 10 minutes. Okay, Shresi. So see, I'm drawing the diagram here. You have this is a two-lane road, and on this two-lane road, you have car A is traveling with a speed of 36 km per hour. So let us see, have your car A. So here you have your car A, and it is traveling with a speed of A is 36 km per hour. Let's say it is going towards the right direction. Two cars B and C approach car A in opposite directions. So you have here car B, you have the car B, and here you have car C. So both car B and C, they decide to overtake A. So this is B, this is C, and now they are approaching A in opposite directions. Both of them with a speed of 54 km per hour. So this is also speed of 54 km per hour. Now, when the distance AB is equal to AC, both being 1 kilometer, so this distance is 1 kilometer, this distance is also 1 kilometer, and B decides to overtake A before C does. So here B decides to overtake this A, come and overtake this A before C crosses. So you have to find what should be the minimum acceleration that B will should have so that it is able to overtake A before C. Okay. So for that, we have two situations here. In the first one, we have two cars approaching each other and in opposite direction. So here, if we observe A and C, we observe A and C, they are approaching each other in opposite directions. So if I observe velocity of C with respect to A, so this will be the sum of the velocities. I will get 36 plus 54, and this will be equal to 90 kilometer per hour. So the distance between them is 1 kilometer, and I can find out the time that it will take for C to cross A. Are you getting this point? We can find out the time that it will take for C to cross A, just we did earlier in the same way. So you can find your time to be equal to distance by speed. It's 1 by 90. Okay, 1 by 90, distance is 1 and speed is 90. So 1 by 90 hour is the time. You can get in minute. 1 by 90 multiply 60. So that's 6 by 9 minute. You can again convert into seconds. So 6 by 9 multiply 60 again. So you get 3, 3, 3, 2, and 2. So you get here 40 minute as the answer. 40 second. Now that means B has time of 40 seconds. B has 40 seconds time to cross A. Okay. So B has a time of 40 seconds to cross A. So let's say the relative velocity of B with respect to A. So we find a relative velocity of B with respect to A. So this would be 54 minus 36, and the speed would be 18 kilometer per hour. The relative speed is 18 kilometer per hour, and it has to travel a distance or displacement of 1 kilometer. The time that it has time of just 40 seconds. Since after 40 seconds, would have crossed A. Since B want to cross A before this time, B wants to cross A before C does. Okay. So now since time is in second and I have to find acceleration. So now I am converting everything to SI system of units. I convert this, let this, so this would come out to be 5 meter per second. This will be 1000 meter. You have displacement as 1000 meter. You have time and you want to find acceleration. So can I use the second equation of motion? Yes, Dhanunjay, just one. Yes. We can use here second equation of motion. Okay, Shreyasi. Thank you. You can. So if you know, you can find out now acceleration, use the second equation of motion. S equals ut plus 1 by 2 at squared. See, the displacement is 1000 meter. The velocity we have got 5, time as 40 plus 1 by 2 multiply acceleration multiply t squared. Again, t is 40. So you have to make 40 squared, which is 1600. Okay, so it would be 1000 minus 200 equal 1 by 2 multiply acceleration multiply 1600. So that if you can cancel it, this will be just 800. Okay, so you have here 800 equal to A multiply 800. So what value of acceleration should be there?
1 meter per second.
Yeah, 1 meter per second square. It has to have a minimum acceleration of 1 meter per second square. Okay. So I think you are finding this a little bit interesting as the relative velocity. You can try out this question. You can try other question here. I have already put this in the PDF. Okay. Or you can just download NCERT book. Over there, you will find these questions. You have question number 3.7 and 3.6. And if you are too much interested, so you can also try out 3.9. But I don't think that you'll be able to get 3.9. But you can try 3.6, 3.7. Can you do 3.6 right now?
Yes, sir, I will.
3.6, it's not
I will
difficult.
try.
Yeah, you can, it's a direct application of the equations of motion. So you can do it right now. Okay. So have you got the answer?
Yes, sir, almost.
Okay. Okay, so by both of you, I think you can. Okay, what's the answer for this? For this 3.6?
Sir, I got it as minus 35 square divided by 400. I didn't. I need to simplify.
Okay. Okay, let's see. First of all, you need to convert it to SI system of unit since you have to find the acceleration. Otherwise, if you go on finding the acceleration right like this, so you will be landing up with some other units like kilometer per hour squared, which we do not want. So we have initial velocity given as 126 kilometer per hour and converted to meter per second, this would be 126 multiply 5 over 18. So
35. 35 meter second.
how much?
35.
35. Then it is brought to stop within a distance. Its given distance as 200 meter. It's brought to stop, so its in final velocity is 0, and you need to find acceleration. So just use the formula v squared minus u squared equals 2as. So putting it v as 35, v as 0 minus u as 35 squared equals 2 multiply a multiply 200. So you will get as minus of 1225 over
400.
400 as acceleration. So this is your answer, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So by both of you, you can try out one question. That's 3.7 is left out. You can try 3.7 and 3.8.
Or is today the last day of this bridge course?
For the bridge course, I don't think today is the last class. Today, your classes will continue up to 5th of May. But from tomorrow, we have starting of grade 11th batch.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
So
That's
your
fine.
grade 11 is starting from tomorrow in the proper way. So join that. You will be yes. Okay. Bye all of you.
Bye, sir. Have a nice day.
Okay.